Yes, welcome back to a brand new video. Have Manchester City got their next shining Argentinian star? As we know, City have a good long history with Argentinian footballers. Carlos Tevez, Sergio Aguero, Maximo Perón, Nicolas Otamendi, Julian Alvarez. Have we got our next one? The 2004 born 19-year-old, I'm feeling old, Valentin Barco, left back for Boca Juniors, has reportedly got an agreement in principle to move to Manchester City. Now, Valentin Barco was subject of a lot of interest over the last couple of months. Clubs like Brighton and Juventus both showing interest in signing this young left back, but it seems he has made his mind up and wants to come to Manchester City. Now, who is Valentin Barco? Some of you might be asking. I think some of you might need to get to know Valentin Barco, because from what I'm reading, he is a very, very hot, up-and-coming young prospect bursting onto the scene at 3 years old. The report I read genuinely says that he started his football career at 3 years old, so it sounds like whoever his dad is took Project Mbappe very, very seriously. From the time he could walk, he was kicking a football at whatever the highest level was that he could for his age in Argentina now. The word is that Barco is the fourth youngest debutant for Boca Juniors ever. Now, you think of the rich history Boca Juniors has, the long list of fantastic South American players to go through that club. For Barco to be the fourth youngest debutant and to now be currently the mainstay left back at that club. He can also play left wing back and left wing, so he's a predominantly left-sided player anywhere up that channel. It's a massive, massive sign of a top up-and-coming player for him to be an important member of that team at such a young age. Also, an Argentinian underage international. He was in the Guardian's list of next generation stars in 2021. So all through the age groups growing up, Barco has been rated very, very highly, and it seems, according to some sources, that he has made his mind up and wants to come to Manchester City amid interest from other clubs, like I said, Brighton and Juventus. Now, City have not closed the deal themselves. It seems like it's a agreement in principle in terms of personal terms, but City need to get the deal done with Boca Juniors. Now, the word is City will travel to Argentina to try and get this deal done. What price range, you might be asking? The figure I received or I saw online is $14 million. Now, I don't know why it's giving it to me in dollars. Maybe do they operate with dollars over there? I'm not even too sure altogether. But $14 million, you're looking at what, like £10 million, £8 million in or around that region for a 19-year-old left back. Now, we need to ask ourselves, is this someone who's going to come to Manchester City immediately and Pep Guardiola says, you're part of my team, I want you to play for me right now? I think you're someone that can make the step from playing for Boca Juniors to Manchester City, and you don't need like a transition period where we send you out on loan or you do what Maximo Perón did, because there is some speculation that a plan in place for Barco could be that he spends 6 months or the remainder of this season with Pep Guardiola's first team before going on loan to one of our sister clubs like Girona and one of the many other clubs that we have in the CFG. Or does Pep Guardiola feel you could stay? Now, we obviously have a lot of competition on that left-hand side. You got players like Ake, Akanji, Vardiol, Sergio Gomez, and if he was to play left wing, you have Jack Grealish, Jeremy Doku maybe, Phil Foden maybe. So there's a lot of competition for Barco to surpass, to get good football. And at 19 years old, even though he's rated very highly, you're talking about the challenge of fighting off some of the best players in world football on that left-hand side of the pitch in currently the best team in world football. For me, it's very exciting. I always find it very, very exciting when we sign young players from South America. It seems to be a very, very good place for us in terms of scouting talent. And there is one of City's sporting directors for the overall CFG. I think his name is Patsy something. I don't know his full name. Apparently he was hell-bent on getting Valentin Barco to Manchester City, and he was one of the main pushers in trying to get this deal done. So if he is pushing for it, it gives you a bit of an idea of what kind of a player this is and how highly he rates him, that he wants him that badly, at least within the CFG, if not actually at Manchester City. But you also have to look at the flip side. We speak about this a lot in terms of the way we operate as a football club, the way we grow our finances, the way we fund big signings, the way our revenue seems to balance out very well at the end of the year, and we know we have such high profits, etc., is because we do find a lot of young players like Keiki, Jaden Braff, James Trafford, these young players I'm talking about that we bring in either for free or for 5 to 10 million, and then we ultimately sell them on for 15 to 20 million. So you're looking at a 10 to 15, sometimes 20 million profit off a player that you paid almost nothing for, if not nothing at all in some cases. Is Barco just another one of these investments that City are saying he could be, a star that could play for us, or else, worst comes to worst, we develop him, we raise his stocks in Europe, and we ultimately sell him on for 10, 15 million more than we paid for, and that helps us in balancing our books or funding further future transfers, I should say. So it's definitely one we should keep an eye on, Valentin Barco. I've looked at some of his highlight reels and his YouTube 4K compilations, which will always just make him look very good. He seems to be a very, very passionate, aggressive left back. He seems to be not afraid of a challenge. He slides in a lot. He likes to go forward. He seems to have quite a good cross on him. He likes to pick at a cross. He's quite creative going forward. Just from what I saw, he does seem to have a good few of the attributes that Pep Guardiola would really like in a young player. Determination, seems to back himself quite a lot too. So is he someone you guys have seen? Is he someone you're aware of? Is he someone that you think could have a future at Manchester City? Like I already referenced in this video, if clubs like Brighton, who we know have an unbelievable track record at bringing in young players and making them superstars, if they were interested heavily in Barco, there must be something about him, because we know they have a top scouting team. Brighton do, and Juventus as well, of course, were interested. So that's another it's another positive for him that a big club like Juventus were interested. But is he someone you guys could see playing for Manchester City? Do go and check out his highlight reels. Read up about this kid, because he's highly rated in South America at underage international level, and of course in the league that Boca Juniors play in. So please leave all your thoughts down below in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. We're trying to upload more videos on a daily basis, so if you appreciate them, all you gotta do is hit the like button, free to do, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new one in a bit.